follow him there. They kind of got stuck behind a couple of other cars. So I'll just widen out here for a second. I think they are really, there's a CHP unit there on the right-hand shoulder monitoring everything. So we'll see if they are able to get back into place to get right behind the suspect. But, you know, they do have the helicopter overhead with some assistance from Ontario PD's helicopter as well. I believe CHP has since relieved them at this point. So, again, starting in the Inland Empire, but up to
let's go.
Speeds for real.
Hey, Milky, welcome.
110, 120.
This is fucking crazy.
Going by that traffic. Close to double the speed limit right now.
Jesus.
Here. So, you know, really, really dangerous one here for all of everyone out here at the end of rush hour.
And let's remind our viewers that this is a reckless driving pursuit. That's all we know right now. Okay, it looks like they might be trying to make an exit, Desmond. Possibly. Of course, we've seen this.
I don't think so, man.
There we go.
No exit.
Yeah. Very common tactic here from some of these suspects to try to get over to the right-hand side like they're going to exit, and then they dart out into, you know, other lanes at the last second, thinking that they're going to fool CHP. But you're not going to fool the helicopter on this one. So, and look at, okay, CHP pretty close behind now, getting in the carpool lane. Now that we have a carpool lane here for traffic.
What's up, Skull? Clipman, yo, Grand Poobah, RBX, welcome, Danger Tater.
Here shortly at Valley Boulevard, so we're in the South El Monte area. This will take us down towards Whittier and beyond. We'll see if there's any traffic volume up ahead on the southbound 605. There definitely
nice
can
classes,
be,
thank you.
In afternoon rush hour, but we're kind of at the tail end of that.
I need to put my contacts in and shave my
the lightest
face.
Traffic day of the week. So, as also often happens, I think traffic is going to end up cooperating for this suspect. Although this suspect letting us know that it doesn't matter if traffic cooperates.
Yeah, RBX, I want to go grab my vape out of the other room, but I'm not leaving.
Yeah,
hey, Davey, thank you.
And Mike Rogers at the desk now, and boy, you know, we have seen some very unusual chases
thank you for the subscription.
Tactics by law enforcement over the last couple of days. We've seen spike strips thrown actually on a freeway, which is a rarity.
4 months.
You don't see that very often. But with the speeds that this driver is going, we also saw a car
got the cop right behind him
because they were going so fast on an off front.
Right, and Pat, I'm getting new information right now. The dispatchers over at CHP relaying information to their officers. Not only was this guy wanted for reckless driving, it sounds like they were finally able to run the plate. Assault with a deadly weapon, robbery. This guy apparently has a very long list of criminal history according to the California
that's
Highway
tough.
Patrol. Now relaying that information, and you know, Pat, I had kind of wondered.
Is that his criminal history, or is that?
Why were they kind of, you know, letting this go the way they are? And
he's not currently wanted for those things, right? He's already
crimes than just reckless driving, but you know, you're right, and you know.
Or is he currently wanted for those crimes? That's a big difference, right?
We're on a freeway.
If this guy's like a fugitive, or he just happens to used to have a charge for these things, you know, it's a little different.
Yeah, or even a piece of gravel on the road, on the highway, just about anything. And the way that this person is going in and out of traffic, she said, you wonder.
Asian Venom, welcome. Prediction, yeah, let's get the prediction going.
Considering the charges, or let's say what this person has outstanding warrants, I would imagine that's where they're getting that information from. But, you know, it's generally, it doesn't go well. And they usually get
this thing works anymore.
So Desmond, just wondering now what could possibly be what happens next here. They're on the 605. What's the next freeway interchange they're coming up on?
Hold on, let me cancel that one.
We've got a little ways before we make it down towards the 5 and then the 105 and the 91. So lots of connections for this suspect depending on what they want to do. And as far as, you know, what CHP going to do, you know, best they can do is stay in tow, keep that helicopter overhead.
Okay, here we go.
And, you know, if this is someone they really want, and from what Mike was telling me, all indications are this is someone they really want.
Yeah, people get away pretty frequently,
streets.
NFT,
you know,
like really frequently,
to
actually.
Stay in pretty close proximity because
the police give up a
what
lot
because
it's just too dangerous to keep chasing them. So people get away constantly.
You know, they had,
hey, Pitch Dark, thank you.
A pretty dangerous shortcut to evade the authorities, but because of that, you know, and there was no one there to get into a foot chase with the suspect.
Subscribe for 7 months. Appreciate that.
You know, there was some concern even that suspect could have gotten away at one point. So
they're active warrants. Black Apple says, okay.
Ground if possible. Definitely keep those eyes from the sky. You know, because if they get out and run under some trees, some tall buildings, a parking structure, something like that, that's a huge vulnerability to the chopper. And you can see CHP even with these really high.
There's plenty of ways to get away.
in pursuit. There's actually 2 units now.
But man, they don't look like they're going to give up. The
towards far
CHP is
right-hand lane,
pretty ruthless.
Here at Whittier Boulevard.
Wow, and look at that.
They tend to not want to give up.
You know, it just makes me wonder. We didn't say stolen vehicle. They've run the plates, so they apparently even probably have an address on this person.
Right, and Pat, I want to clarify something. When I told you about that information earlier, to be clear, he's not wanted on those crimes that I listed. He has a history of those crimes. So when they ran
There you
the
go.
license
All right,
plate,
he's
the
not
registrar
wanted on
of
those
that
crimes.
plate comes back with several of these
Not active warrants.
convictions, robbery, felon in possession of body armor, assault with a deadly weapon. That's his criminal history. So we don't know if he has active warrants on any of those things.
Is it?
now,
It
but,
looks like it is,
they were
doesn't
given
it,
that
Davey?
information as like, hey,
I don't know.
Use caution. This guy is not new to the system.
I don't.
and
It
this
might
is
not
something
be.
that you're dealing with this guy. But yeah, I mean, he is not wanting to give up at this point, Pat.
And you know, the fact, Mike and Des, even though he's not
Now, I think-
necessarily wanted for commission of
I don't know,
those
what kind of
crimes
car is that?
mentioned, or felonies, so to speak, you still want this person off the street considering how he's driving, because he's putting other people at risk.
Beamer, is it?
Including himself and, you know, law enforcement.
And that's
Possibly
the
could be
whole
law
reason
enforcement.
they tried to stop him to begin with. Was they saw him coming down the 15 freeway.
I thought the
driving
logo
crazy
looked like
this. They got
Toyota or
behind
something.
him, and here we are.
Des, is he, I don't want to say calm down, but maybe that is a good word to use here. It looks like he's slowing down a bit. Or is that because of traffic?
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe a little bit of both. I mean, the carpool lane is pretty open right now. A little bit of residual afternoon
Asian
traffic
Venom,
volume
I
on
guess
the
so. Can
southbound
anybody
5
from
as you
LA tell
approach
us? I
the
mean, it's like
605.
pushing
So,
7
at the
o'clock.
very
Is
least,
that
we're not
still
going
considered
100
rush
miles an hour
hour?
with cars going, a third of that.
I mean, there's a
Just
lot
it
of
amplifies
lot
the
of
danger
traffic,
there.
but
A little bit of stop traffic. This
not
should
in the
last
carpool
now
lane.
Through, I believe it'll probably through the 105, and by the time we're at the 91, things will.
It's a Benz,
pretty
I
much
guess.
have opened up at that point. So. We'll see where the suspect's headed. I mean,
Snot,
we've already
what's
covered
up?
so much ground, and we are in a
Julia
decently
says it's a
capable vehicle
Mercedes.
Here. One of my BMW friends texted me, letting me know, clarifying this is a 1 Series. Wasn't sure if it was a 1 or a 2.
Okay, it's a 1 Series
BMW
BMW.
1 Series. So even though it's on kind of the bottom of the BMW food chain, still a very adept vehicle. Definitely excellent handling, pretty decent horsepower, pretty good acceleration as we've seen, and a pretty light and
He's going
nimble car
opposite traffic?
as well. And what do you know?
Okay.
We've got the pursuit tints to go along with all that again. The
I mean-
super dark, blacked out windows here, which another factor that law enforcement absolutely.
Looks like there's
despises
quite a
in
bit of
these
traffic.
No, I can imagine that. And I'm listening to you describe
In
the
Socket,
vehicle.
yeah, it is a
Certainly not one that
BMW.
you would think deserves that kind of wear and tear that it's getting right now on our freeways, that's for sure. We're hoping, or he's picking up just a little more speed again. When Desmond Shaw was over this in the very beginning, right before we went on the air, in fact, Desmond was flying overhead in SkyCal, and we understand this guy was driving over 100 miles an hour.
All right, I'm gonna switch.
Very recklessly in and out of traffic.
I'm
on
gonna
the
switch it.
southbound 15 in the Cajon Pass.
I'd rather watch
And now
Eliana. I
he's
like
in Los
Eliana.
Angeles County on the 605
I know.
freeway.
I already know CBS will start showing me replays and bullshit. I know how they are, man. They don't have any consideration for me. None.
The freeway does come to an end at the 405 in Seal Beach. So we'll see if he goes that far or if he exits before then. He does have a few options. Again, he just passed the 5. So
Yeah,
that's
put
no longer an
Eliana in the
option.
chat,
So
guys,
he's got
please.
either the 91 or the 105 freeway as possible transitions that are coming up here on the 605.
Yeah, Clear Joker, isn't that where
Let's
you
get
are?
fast, folks, look at that, 100 miles an hour here on the southbound 605. Normally, traffic at around this time.
He is
starting
gunning
to
it. Yeah, he's
lighten up.
moving.
The heaviest traffic is till about 6 or so. So this is lighter traffic conditions.
Yeah, Black
Big
Apple,
to
you're
the
right.
605
You're right.
Because he had an option there of getting on the 105.
Eliana for president. Nair, what's up? Good to see you.
Really picking up speed here.
Yeah, Isaac, that's the right thing to do. Everybody over on
The
YouTube,
original
click
line,
like.
reckless driving.
I don't really know why it matters, but do it anyway. It's free. It's easy. You might as well do it.
I can. Go ahead, Booth.
Oh, is he transitioning or getting off? This is a transition.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Oh. Oh. Now he's... What is this? He's off the highway. Okay. Phase 2. Does he know where he's going? Or she is going?
Looks like he's going to come our way here.
Yeah, we got those surface streets now.
Maybe getting right back on.
Right
the freeway.
back on.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Okay. Scammed, tricked. Look, I really need to leave the room right now, but after what happened yesterday, I'm scared.
Southbound still. Yeah, he just got back on.
Damn it. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go get my water and my vape.
Yeah, he got off and got back on.
I'm back. Socket, no. I don't think I have seen a Tesla in a pursuit. What did I miss? Nest, welcome. Yo, good to see you.
I can't. Go ahead. We're 60591. Yeah, 60591. So,
Task, what's up?
Area?
So where are the cops? They're not like right
Kind of
behind him
west
anymore?
91. So let's see. He can switch here at the very last second. He can switch here at the very last second, I think.
Shout out to
Actually,
Asian
91
Venom.
west.
They are Andy.
91
Yeah.
west from the 605, guys. So headed towards Bellflower.
Yeah, KO, so I have seen a car get... Maybe it was a Tesla. No, it was a different car. We saw a car get disabled one time. Like, it had OnStar navigation or some shit like that, and the police remotely disabled it. So I think, yeah, if you were in a Tesla, your shit would just get shut off.
Yep, we're ready.
Yeah, shout out to NFT. He's an IRL streamer. There is still a cop behind him, right? Okay.
Yeah, the vehicle appears to be a BMW calling in, and where we're at is the 91 West at Clark. Now in the Bellflower area. This guy
Paul,
is
what's up,
just
man?
going so quickly that before we know it, he's in the next city. So this is actually all started in the IE on the southbound 15 freeway near the 210 freeway. The CHP tried to pull this guy over because of reckless driving, but the pursuit was on when he failed to yield. He's been driving recklessly ever since at high speeds. You see the speeds there. That's right. I mean, we're looking at speeds that are sometimes in the triple digits. It's unclear, though,
Triple-digit
how many people
speeds.
may be in the vehicle. It's unclear if the driver is a man or a woman, but the CHP continues to chase him from the ground and the air, continuing westbound here, 91 freeway in Bellflower.
I'm glad we got Eliana on the chase tonight. Stolen Tim, it's not stolen.
Yeah, they
Welcome,
actually
by the
were
way.
just talking about the registered owner of the vehicle because apparently the car is not stolen. So they're able to run the plates. And
Surprisingly
get an
not
address for where
stolen.
this vehicle comes back to, and then they can send officers to wait for that person at their home because a lot of people, when they're involved in police pursuits, tend to return to an area that is familiar to them, and in most cases, that is somebody's home. So at this point, they don't believe the car is stolen. The driver was simply driving recklessly. He would have gotten a simple speeding ticket in all likelihood, but instead he decided to take off, and it's been a lengthy chase now, all the way from the 15 and the 215 and the 210 merge, rather, and now we're on the 91 West here in Lakewood. Traffic is pretty much what you're seeing here. It's generally light. But at this time of the day, that's really how it usually is. You see heavier traffic going the opposite direction, so the 91 East is experiencing a lot
It's
heavier
not-
traffic
yeah,
than
sorry.
what we're seeing here on the 91 West. But it actually looks like he's about to transition. I believe this is going to put him onto the 710 South.
All right,
So
we
that's
got a
gonna put
yes.
him over
Prediction paid
towards,
out.
The Long Beach area.
I'm gonna start the
if he
next
continues
one.
here southbound 710 from the 91, but it does appear that that is the direction that he is going.
Oh, Scentless beat me to it. All right.
Yeah, so currently he's in North Long Beach already, but from where it terminates, it really isn't too far of a distance considering
the
how
chopper
quickly
thing
he's
not
been
work?
driving. And
Why?
you can see this CHP officer, though, really not giving this guy too much room.
Now it
staying
should
about
work.
an eighth of a mile behind him or so. There are units that are still behind him. There's an airship overhead. No talk about going.
Hey, Bill,
user
Archie,
rate
welcome,
slow,
guys.
Which is where they pull the units off and they leave the helicopter only. These CHP officers have really been sticking with this guy the entire time.
Sorry, Roy, I scammed you. I'll turn it on manually.
Yeah, just over 100 miles an hour. We really haven't seen speeds much slower than that. The slowest I saw was about 60, but it was simply because he had gotten stuck in some traffic. But now that he has a nice wide open freeway, his foot's on the gas. He's really hitting it here at about 100 miles an hour.
Jeez.
Just a simple failure to yield on a southbound 15 freeway near the 210. Again, that would be a simple traffic violation. You get
Quality
a ticket,
mods in here, that's
and,
right.
Away you go. But in this case, for whatever reason, this driver decided he was not stopping and has been evading the California Highway Patrol ever since. Initially, they had the Ontario.
All my
police
mods are
helicopter
streamers,
overhead
too. Go
assisting
follow them.
with the air unit on that one until the California Highway Patrol could get their own helicopter over the pursuit. And since then, they have come out of Fullerton Airport, and they're overhead now. So this
Davidius,
is strictly
this
a
is
vehicle
live as
pursuit
fuck. Yep.
from the ground and the air.
Archie, I believe it's a Series 1. They're in Carson, California, Aiden. So, basically, Long Beach, you know,
Clear.
Los
Yeah, at
Angeles.
this point, they're not going to try a pit maneuver because he's driving simply too fast. The vehicle itself is actually perfect for a pit because it's a relatively small vehicle, but under these traffic conditions, they're just not going to try it. And then a spike strip, even though it'd be perfect under these circumstances, they would have to guess what lane this guy is going to be in. And this guy has been all over the freeway, over every freeway, and so it's really difficult to try to guess where would be the perfect spot to deploy a set of spike strips.
Okay, now where's he going? Is this a transition?
He might be transitioning here to the 405. He's pretty much right at the transition of the 710 and 405 here in Long Beach. So we'll see what he does as he continues the transition, because he's on that little road there that parallels the 710 freeway. But I'm waiting to see which freeway he decides here at the very last minute. Gonna go, that's under the 405 freeway there. So he should be popping out here in just a moment.
That one guy needed to
Oh, yeah.
switch lanes.
He definitely
Man, I saw the
does see
weirdest
that
thing on the
CHP
highway
officer,
today.
and it
Like, just
looks
the weirdest
he's
shit. I don't
gonna
even know
do
how to
710
describe it. It was
south.
so weird.
We'll know for sure once he completes the transition, but at least for now, it does appear that it's.
And I don't know
710
exactly what was
transition
even
near
happening.
the
It was
405.
bizarre. Like, there was this big-ass, like, truck with the trailer in front of me that had, like, logs on it. You know, it was huge. And then there was this
Sorry about
little
that,
car
Connie.
in
Yeah,
front
we
of it.
just exited there at the very
And
last minute
they both
onto
kept
Wardlow.
switching lanes at the
So now
same
he's,
time.
Wardlow
I don't even know what the
gonna
fuck
be,
was going on. Like,
getting
it
onto,
was so
Wardlow here,
mind-numbingly
Delta.
stupid.
So
They're
that
like, I'm
CHP
trying to...
officers are still staying very close to him.
Anyway,
Going
it was so
over
stupid.
The LA River here that
And then
parallels the
eventually they
710
both
freeway,
pulled over, and the
still
guy in the big
I
truck
see
got
at
out, and he
least
looked like he was
2 units
furious.
of the
And like he
California
opened up
Highway
the
Patrol that are
door
still
on the
behind
side
the
of
guy.
his truck and like was digging through it real fast. And then like other people were pulling over. It was the weirdest shit. I don't even know what was going on.
At this
It was
point,
like
it's
I
unclear
watched
how
this
many
huge
people
truck
may
like
be
try to
involved
get
on
into
these,
one
because
lane,
as
then
you
the other
said,
lane, then the
him
other
and
lane.
his car,
And the difference
he
between these
pretty
two
much
lanes is
limoed me
splitting
all the way
highways.
around.
Because
Even
when
in the
you're
front,
in Nashville, it's
oftentimes I
constantly
get pretty
splitting.
lucky and I can at least see into that front windshield, but in this case, I think I'm out of luck. Possibly
Damn.
this car could have
Hey,
come out of
Mr. Wiggly,
Vegas where
welcome.
a tent like that is legal. considering that it was coming southbound on the 15 freeway. But at this point, we haven't been able to hear where the vehicle is registered to be able to confirm whether or not it is a California plate or Las Vegas. But he's now in Long Beach, Pacific Avenue.
This car
32nd
rips,
Street.
Davey. You're
So
right.
now it
This is
really does get
impressive,
more
right?
dangerous, and I really wish he would have stayed on the freeway, because now you
Hey,
bring in
Sean,
other
welcome.
things into the
E.
mix,
Dexter,
like
yo, guys.
pedestrians and red lights and stop signs, cross traffic. So it really does get to be that much more dangerous.
Mr. Wiggly, I wasn't able to look at it yet. Sorry, I was mowing the lawn. I need to take a look at that.
Yeah, as far as we know, this is actually the.
And I
first
saw
time
the thing you were
he's been
talking
on
about
this
now
route,
with the
because
update to
as
the
you remember,
YouTube
they
thing.
started on the southbound
So
15
my
freeway,
agreement
and
doesn't
it's been
change.
on
Nothing
freeway
really
ever
changes
since.
for me.
He
I have to
transitioned onto
re-sign the
1010
YouTube
west,
agreement for some reason,
then,
but
605 south,
they
and then,
lowered. They made
he,
like a half
essentially
partner
has been on the
program for
freeway ever
YouTube.
since until this very point.
Like you don't get full partnership at a certain point, but you get like half. And it's interesting, I guess. I wonder if this guy knows where he's going.
Yeah, so he just made a turn here on.
Hey, Richie,
Willow,
welcome.
And so now he's entering the city of Signal Hill, and Signal Hill is a tiny little city. It's only about 2 miles.
It doesn't seem likely this guy's got a
surrounded by
destination
the
in
city of
mind,
Long
right?
Beach. So he'll be in and out of Signal Hill before we even know it, and he'll be back in Long Beach, which of course is patrolled by Long Beach police.
Nathaniel,
so
what's up?
If he stays on Surface Street
Hi,
here
hi,
in
hi,
the
hi.
area for some time, then Long Beach police could potentially get involved. Signal Hill police would not, because they have a no pursuit policy, so they wouldn't chase this guy. But there's a possibility that if this goes on long enough on surface streets, Long Beach police could get involved.
They could get involved.
Yeah, and he's on.
'Cause there's the
on Long
CHP.
Beach
Is it
Boulevard,
still the
which is a major
CHP?
street here through the area.
Because at this
So
point,
he had just he was going south, but he just made that eastbound turn on a Hill Street. So he's still on surface streets here in the Long Beach area.
in his
These
tracking
are
mode now.
pretty much going to be smaller streets, and I'm just listening there to the CHP real quick. But at this point, it looks like this area, for the most part, is residential. I'm seeing a lot of apartment
And he's still
complexes,
cruising though.
and the way that he is maneuvering on these streets leads me to believe that perhaps he is familiar with this area. Because
Right,
it's a
yeah.
really interesting choice. Every turn that he's making here seems very methodical.
Hey,
and he knows
Hannah,
exactly
welcome.
Where he's going.
Hot cups, yo. I don't know. It looks like we might be getting to the end of this one. And MKRQ, welcome.
Yeah, they're still behind him. They're giving him a little bit of room, and we do still have the airship overhead.
Maybe
and,
not,
he's
though.
calling out every street that this guy is turning on. He just turned on a Martin Luther King, and those units.
I
are
bet
still
there was a
close
better
behind,
way to
and they'll
get
stay
from
close
where he
behind
was
because they're not in
originally to
surveillance
this
mode,
spot
which is
than
where they
driving
pulled him
through
off
that
of the
neighborhood.
airship only.
That's just my
So
guess.
we should see them come into frame here soon.
Claire, welcome.
But coming up to PCH here on MLK, so 2 major streets here in the
Hey,
area.
Socket,
that was
thanks.
a very close call. Wrong side of the road here for just a moment.
And John, yeah, this might be a decent. I don't know, man. It's just so hard to. He's not giving them much of a chance for that. Yo, this is it.
Here we go. This is it. He got out of the vehicle, and now he's running. I see his keys are still in his hand. He's going to go into this house, but he
No.
decided not to
That
at
one.
the very last minute. He's going to continue to try to run, but
Nah, he's giving
it's
up.
really unclear where he thought he was going to go, because these officers were really close behind. And I'll widen out the
Hey,
shot to give
Keanu,
you the
welcome.
the shot to give you the proximity of how close they were. And it looks like
I don't know what his idea
he
was to
pretty
get
much
out of the car.
realized
You think
he's
right
not
now
gonna be
he's
able to go
regretting
away,
it?
Get away from
He's
these
like, damn, I
officers.
should have
So
stayed in the
CHP is
car.
now approaching him. He is complying. His hands are down on the ground. His legs are spread. And you see these officers with their guns drawn out of an abundance of caution. They're taking him into custody, but they still have to clear the vehicle. They don't know if there was anybody else in this car. So what's going to happen is another team of officers will approach that car. They'll try to clear it, make sure that nobody else is inside, and if nobody else is, then it'll be the end of a pursuit here in Long Beach with one person in custody.
There you go. The chase is over.
Yeah, at this point it appears that he is, unless those people are still inside the vehicle. sometimes we see situations where there's an animal in the car or even a baby, and we don't see that until the officers approach. But at least in terms of adults, it doesn't appear that anybody else may be inside. But you see where this ended. It seems like it may have ended perhaps near a school.
When was the
or
last
a
bingo? I don't
it
know,
is a
man.
school, actually.
Been a long
And,
time.
so there's actually some students out here. So the CHP is trying to clear them out of the
Students,
way.
man, it's a
because,
summer.
again,
Ain't nobody
officers
going to
still have
school.
clear this car to make sure that nobody else is inside.
Code 4. Didn't even last 30. Now RBX, it rarely does, man. Rarely does.
Yeah, they seemed pretty relaxed.
There
as
was a
you
foot
said, Colleen.
chase, yeah.
And I just heard
It counts.
the code 4, which is the police code for an all clear. So that means that everyone
But,
is
you
in
know,
custody, and this one man
at
that
this
you see
point,
in
it
the center
doesn't
of the
really
shot
matter.
that led the CHP on a crazy chase is now in custody.
Hey, Kenny, welcome. Yeah, well, that's the typical thing, man. This one lasted longer than the one yesterday. And also, I never found out what happened to that guy last night.
It was wanted
No
for
fucking
failure to yield
idea.
by the California Highway Patrol, but this guy decided he wasn't stopping and started evading police at 100 miles an hour plus on the southbound 15 to the 210 west, and then proceeded on the 605 south, and eventually just worked the freeways here at high speeds until he got into
Yeah, Snot, I
Long
guess
Beach,
you're
where
right.
He exited onto surface streets, and he was making lots of turns on small residential streets with lots of close calls until he finally simply pulled over here at 15th Street and MLK, just outside
All right,
of the school,
guys.
and he tried to run for it, but he didn't get very far. The CHP was close
Unfortunately,
behind
that's all I
with their
got.
ground units and helicopter overhead.
I don't know why he got out of the car. Like, I don't know, did he run out of gas or something? Like, why did he get out of the car at that moment? Because he clearly had no idea what he was doing. Like, he did not have a plan. So, why did he do that? Yeah, I mean, he should have just kept going, honestly. But, Snot is right. You can't, the people who get in these situations are not exactly smart. So anyway, thanks everybody. Thanks everybody on YouTube and on twitch.tv.
Hi, Power. Okay.
Does anyone ever really have fun? Yeah, they do. Sometimes. Yeah, Paul, let's cross our fingers. Maybe we'll get another one tonight. If I go live again this evening, it's because there's a police chase. So turn on your notifications and stuff like that. You could join my Discord too, where we get notifications faster than anywhere. Yeah, Bill, we'll see you when the next contestant shows up. I like that. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Another 20-minute something stream. But we had a lot of chases the last week or so, right?